losing my patience. I can't stop chasing. Ooh, mask up, you can't take it. Ooh, call me for killer conversation. Ooh, you home alone again. Yeah, pick up your phone again. Ooh, pull up on some late shit. Ooh, call me for killer conversation.
Think about you all night. Fresh out the shower in the booth, sit right. Your insides, but the view is nice. Where my mind at? Never mind that. Are you ready for a huge surprise? Where you dine at? I'm behind that. Ain't no telling where I choose to hide. I've been waiting all day and came a long way. You say you're lonely, you need a homemade. Invade your home way. My game, we gon' play all night. We gon' hang, don't hang up on me. Wanna think you're safe, no safe place to play. Well, it's safe to say you won't be. Escape today, we gon' see. Baby, break a leg, cause I got you hot and wet, but this ain't Freddy, ain't no dream, shawty. We get rated X, I'll make you next, we film a scene, shawty. And make you leak slowly when I go in deep, shawty. Dollars make you holler, but my knife gon' make you scream for me.
The game is on again. Yeah, you answered wrong again. Ooh, pull up on some late shit. Ooh, call me for killer conversation.
Poke you till you're soaking up the sheets until you're weak. I bet your girl is such a teaser. To be a breeze for me to teach her fast, cause she just left the room. Should've never told you that she'll be right back. You ever wonder what it's like when you feel hollow, boo? Well, you will when I take that towel off you and disembowel you. See, for an hour you've been running through my mind. Them legs is very sore, and I've been thinking about the plans I drew to see you buried more. You keep guessing wrong again, I swear the answers. I told you about the consequence, I'm sad to see you. To feel them guts, I get a rush, you got this knife on. I swear it don't take much, my love, you had me at.
I'm losing my patience. I can't stop chasing. Ooh, mask up, you can't take it. Ooh, call me for killer conversation. Ooh, you home alone again. Yeah, pick up your phone again. Ooh, pull up on some late shit. Ooh, call me for killer conversation. You feel alone again. Pick up your phone and let me in your ear. This night may be the end. Just call me up and I can end your fear. You've been dying for it, got you losing all your patience. Running after love when I mask up, I can't stop chasing. Cutting up real nice, this ain't no Freddy versus Jason. Call me for a killer conversation.
Well, all hell, a horror legend is born. And the stage been set, so I better perform. Turning me on, fuck it, this is better than porn. So prepare, even Gale couldn't weather the storm. Better be warned, ain't nothing I won't do for the kill. Conversation is a tool that I use for the thrill. Lure you in with the voice and seduce you with skill. Pop some popcorn, let's scary movie and chill. Yeah, here's a little bit of trivia, Olivia. How long I'm giving you till I'm shivving you, you oblivious? I'm saying that I'm thinking this side is getting serious. Was playing, now you praying to God, are you religious? I can't understand what you starting to stutter. Say we breaking all the rules, the school's out for the summer. You beg, woo, I know you tired of running and you dead. If you know who's dialing your number.
You've been dying for it, got you losing all your patience. Running after love when I mask up, I can't stop chasing. Cutting up real nice, this ain't no Freddy versus Jason. Call me for a killer conversation.
afraid that was a wrong answer. You tricked me.
Who the fuck is this? Calling you at 8:46 in the evening. Heavy breathing, steady scheming. Now you screaming, thinking why? Frantically panicking like am I gonna die? So aggressively I'm grabbing you and stab you with a knife. Blood filling up your lungs, got you gasping for your life. I see fears, got those heavy tears welling in your eyes. Yeah, I love it when you're struggling, I guess you gotta try. Kinda pathetic, but it really is moving. You're starring in a glorious, hideous movie. Like Billy and Lumen, pursuing independent, you're dooming. This is Woodsboro, bitch, the whole city is gloomy. But okay, I'm finna give them the whole blade. Plenty bodies, anybody can get it, my whole face. No days off, terrorizing at a slow pace. You never seen horror till you haunted by the ghost face.
You feel alone again. Pick up your phone and let me in your ear. This night may be the end. Just call me up and I can. You've been dying for it, got you losing all your patience. Running after love when I mess up, I can't stop chasing. Cutting up real nice, this ain't no Freddy versus Jason. Call me for a killer conversation.
Yeah, I'm back, yeah. Love, crazy 8th grade, nerdcore rap guy. Got into a dual fate and I just pulled a trap card. Third-rate rappers with a fourth-rate catalog. Destined for the shadow realm, y'all should never act hard. Flow is so insidious that I need an apprentice type. Master with the force, peep the context in my sentence, right? Phantom like the Sithis, just don't ask me what my pen is like. They know that I'm the menace, who you kidding? Bitch, I'm dangerous like. Sweet to drive, hide-headed, rhymes are surely cold. Tested, you can never twist my metal like the jury goes. So I ain't never mad when I push it to the max. I got Chris riding with me, about to turn this bitch to Fury Road. Since animated, I'm the one the crew congratulated. Winners will provide protective cover like it's laminated. Damn, I made this 16 like a guillotine. It's fascinating. If you think that you're ahead, you get decapitated. All that aside, I ain't merely here to rap words. I'm here to tell you who representing for the black nerds. And to remind you, neither one of these are bad words. Biggest living mirrors, they just choose to see it backwards. Who be the leaders of discussion when a topic trends? Dissections got the culture under microscopic lens. Who got the type that you can miss it from the start and make you feel like an expert on the subject by the time it ends? Check the stat, Louis, viewership is mad nice. All these other shows don't seem to cut it, that's a bad slice. Off the books with unscripted drills you can't write. No vampires, but these interviews on Anne Rice. Yeah, this is the best part. Rhymes on Mandalorian, the pen has made a best score. Starting a war with these stars, you won't get far. This is the way you play a game of life or death star. So far removed from the drama, we don't notice harm, but won't hesitate to shed a light like a Patronus charm. With mischief managed, troubles at a disadvantage. Must be something in the water, dip your toe because you know it's warm. Where can you find another show with such a fine cast? And if you try to box them in, they playing Minecraft. And basically to sum it up like you define math, this crew's the best and it figures like a line graph. I'm every band like the words I do. Level-headed, you don't have to have absurd IQs. They know you can relate because they're nerds like you. With their help, you'll see the world from a blur's eye view. Yeah. You are now tuned in to Blerd's Eye View. And without further ado, we out. Yeah.
Hey everybody, we are back for another episode on this special night because it's Tuesday and this is when we always do our show. This is your man on the wall, Chris Fury, piloting the ship once again and giving you something always cool to talk about, listen in, and chime in about. So thank you all for tuning in to Blerd's Eye View. You can check us out on all your socials, including YouTube, the platforms, of course, platforms of YouTube, Twitch. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe, that notification bell. Find out when we go live, find out when we do all our great interviews, and so much more. Without further ado, to keep you all released from the anxiety of what we know is going on today. We thank you for tuning in and having fun with us. So without further ado, I want to bring my brother in here, who was on the pulpit earlier today doing this thing, and it's what he do. It's just what he do. The preacher of the pulpit, the pastor of the crew, Navy Montel. What's going on?
What's up, man? What's going on with you?
Let's do this. Getting used to all these little buttons.
It's like being in the candy store. Literally, it's like, ooh, what does this do? Ooh, what does this do?
Oh man! So, what's going on, Navy?
I got a little nostalgia for you, brother.
What's that? Oh, stop it! Not the biker mice from Mars.
Issue 1.
Well, you know what? Here's the pleasure of where you're at compared to where I'm at. Even though, shout out to Carolyn Johns, they get cool books all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Up in your area, Virginia, the DMV area, y'all just get blessed, and I'm just sitting here like this.
Don't do that, man.
I need to be with the crew.
Oh my bro, you are good right where you are, man. Please trust me.
Weather-wise, yes. Let's see.
It was 85 degrees today when I went to go vote. That's why I'm proud to win
once
this.
Again, you beat us again. We was at 76.
I wasn't expecting. I was just happy. I'm proud to get my sticker. And if I can say one thing to everybody, if you didn't vote, don't say shit. If you did not vote, if you did not leave your house, you did not cast an early ballot, if you did not mail in a ballot, if you were one of them people that's sitting there going, well, I didn't want to pick between the lesser of two evils, then shut up. You have nothing to say. Your opinion is moot because you did nothing.
If I had, don't worry, I'm still adding all my assets and everything, but if I had what I needed, but we're just going to give you that word. That one right there. That one right there. Right. Don't complain. Don't complain. Look, you're talking to. Do you see this over my shoulder? Move to that over my shoulder. That right there. It's not just the character I follow. It's the group. I try to make a difference where and when I can. So,
wow. Sir, you've already made a difference. Okay, let's not don't think for a second you ain't gonna get your flowers.
Oh no, flowers ain't. Get my flowers, and I say, you know what, just still work to do. It's like Kobe Bryant. The job ain't done. The job. That
part.
We got our very own, as the crew call him, the Chaos Demon. I call him the Cinematic Assassin. I think he might be due for a name change. We'll let him figure that out. Will be watching us in the building. What's going on, Will?
What up, man?
Good sirs.
Not the good sirs.
No chaos over here.
Lies and slander. Lies.
Oh man, look. Oh, poor Lizzie. She was like,
yeah.
That's why I said no. We're still doing this show tonight. We're doing this show tonight. We need a distraction. We don't need all this high anxiety and stuff going on around us. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much.
I've already got my TV on. I can hear it, but it's not overwhelming. So when the music stops, I know they're starting to count. So I already know.
Man, what's going on? I know you had you put in our group chat earlier a Funko thing, and I'm like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Oh, yeah.
Sir.
There's a few things, but one, if you are still in the hunt for the Funko exclusives from San Diego Comic-Con, you can get the entire bundle for 50% off on Funko.com right now. If you are a member, they are running Black Friday deals right now. You ain't gotta wait. You can get it right now.
I just saw Chris just fall out the chair.
I picked up a little something from the stove.
Oh damn!
Wow!
Hold on.
Wow, bro! Are you serious? Oh wow!
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay.
That'll do it.
Wow. Oh, Chris, I will tell you, I do have a funny story. I don't know if people are aware who play Magic the Gathering, but the Marvel Secret Lair just dropped on yesterday.
Okay.
So each of the sets focuses on a particular character. They have one for Black Panther, they have one for Storm, they have one for Iron Man, one for Captain America. So I wanted Storm because all of them are beautiful. Each card is every iteration that she has been, from when she beat Kalista to be a leader of the Morlocks, from her original iteration to everything. So you have to go online to order, and I go in, and I was happy. Everything was great. I got in there, I got my order in, and something said, check the bank. I said, oh, fuck. I checked the bank. I was $5 short.
He said, check the bank. I was always going like, there's an extra $500 here.
I wish I could have said that. You kidding me? Yo, you talk about the agony of defeat.
You gotta go outside and do something strange for some change.
Man, but you know what? Shout outs to my job, because when I got in and told them what happened, it says, don't worry, we already ordered about 3 or 4 of each. Done. That's all I need. I'm getting them.
Look at that. See? Need to talk to John over at the store. See if I can get kind of hook up. No, I'm kidding. No, seriously, the guys and gals over at Carolyn Johns, they are amazing people here in Cam's Corners of Cleveland, Ohio, and they do amazing work. They've been in business. They just celebrated 34 years in business, which is very rare for a brick and mortar comic book store in this day and age. They managed to circumvent the pandemic. They managed to overcome a lot of recession and whatever, inflation, and they still managed to survive and provide for their patrons and family. So shout out to Carolyn Johns. If you're ever in the Cleveland area, look me up. I will take you there personally. I do miss the free comic book day night parties, though. Those were fun. Amy did mess that up.
Don't worry, I'll be visiting a friend of mine in Cleveland, so I will be letting you know when I arrive.
Yes. Like, honey, I'll be back. One of the crewmates is here. I gotta go. I'm sorry. It's a job. It's a job.
It's a job.
It's just like, if you're a fan of Firefly, you already know the job's the job. That's job's the job.
Pretty much.
Other than that, I'm looking forward to tonight. Because we have a very special guest. Before we get to our guest, I'm gonna wait till he pop up on the screen. Before we get to our guest, I do want to talk about something real quick. I don't know if you guys, well, you should be paying attention to the Penguin, but
this motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
Nah. Bruh.
Episode 7.
Bruh.
The Penguin's fucking good, man. We've been eating very well with the past month and some change between Agatha all along, and that stuff is still getting broken down and still being talked about, which there are some amazing callbacks that's going on with that show. And the Penguin, Colin Farrell said it himself. After episode 8, which is the last episode of the season, which is next week, he says, I'm going to find it very hard that people are trying to root for him knowing he's a villain. And I'm like, what the hell could y'all have up your sleeve now? Look, it's fine. I was not expecting that from Clancy Brown. Shout out to Clancy Brown. I was not expecting that to go down the way it did. He said Sal turned into Larry from Tales from the Walking Dead.
Wow.
He's beating Oz with a crowbar and kicking him, and all of a sudden, this some bitch has a heart attack.
Hello.
Bruh.
Even Oswald was pissed. He was like, "What?" He was like, The man dies and he still shoots it. He says, "Nah, I wanted this."
This is not how this was supposed to end. The hell?
As a person that has attitude problems, I fully understood where he was in that moment. Like, I was supposed to whoop your ass. Like, I gotta get make me feel better now. Cool.
Well, he did it because
Make me feel
and to find out
wow
about what happened to his brothers Jack and Benny, and I'm like, dude, this the same impulses he had when he shot Falcone's son at the beginning of the season. It's the same impulse. When dude just started saying, "Oh, what, you think you can run it? You think you can do it? You think?" And he just got pissed and pulled out the blicky.
Yeah, he has extremely poor impulse control.
Man,
Get upset. And be like, man, fuck it then. And then like everything goes to hell. He's like, shouldn't have done that.
I've never seen anybody. I'm just like, dude, well, there's no getting it under control. If you did it as a kid, you're gonna do it as an adult. And right, no remorse. Like no remorse.
Man.
Like this dude. I'm like, dude. With the brothers, I'm like, okay, he closed the door. He probably thought they were gonna get out. But then he went home and he lied about it. And just sat up there just so he could be with his mama. He wanted her attention all to himself. I said, damn, dude. That's cold.
What's it? The Oedipus complex.
Yes.
Oedipus complex, yeah.
Yes.
Wild. It's disgusting.
Unbelievable.
Like, dude, did you essentially drive your mom crazy? I'm just saying, you know. And she still don't know.
Yeah, I sure did. Yeah.
Vic finally didn't have to worry about, although Sophia went ahead with the crowbar incident, she knocked him out and took the mama. At least, and like Oswald told him, he was like, "Fuck your guilt." He was like, "Get out of here." Yeah, go lay low somewhere, Vic, because Jesus Christ, there's too much going on.
It's
And
about
that's
to go sideways.
I feel like him still being alive was the biggest piece of proof I needed. Like, Sophia might not be built for the life. At least, like she's saying at the very end of the episode, she's going to change the game up. But the way that she was playing it, she wasn't built. Because, like, why is he alive? Like, why are you leaving witnesses? Why? It's just.
I mean, at this point, it's just like he knows it's Sophia. There's no question. He's lucky. In his place, he's managed to. He didn't piss Sophia off. There's my second in command.
Balance women that are tired of the people at their job.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Not
Oh,
in the
Lord,
slightest.
Jesus Christ.
Hi, friend.
Yeah, Batman. Hi, friends.
Look
Hello.
here.
Happy tree friends. How are you all?
This dude here. Next week's gonna be a doozy. I already know it. It's
Again, I say, what the hell is going on in Gotham where Batman has not attended to this just yet? Like, what is happening on the other side of the
He
bridge
tired. He tired. He don't feel like it.
that Twilight is tied up with?
TIED. He tired.
considering the fact that the Bliss operation has only been operational for what, just I'll say at least 2-3 months, so up and running,
Yeah,
and getting some kind of footing. It's probably not. It's enough to probably have his attention, not enough for him to call attention to it. He's like, "Hey, let me handle this over here real quick." Right now, the Falcone family is gone, so I ain't got to worry about that job. The Maroney family is apparently that job's not hard, so I ain't got to worry about that. So it's like, now after what happened this week, okay, damn bomb went off. But he's not going to show up. Matt Reeves has already said that he's not showing up for this.
This is the second
He's off,
neighborhood destroying bomb to go off under his watch.
but not only everything is going off next door to your whole Batcave operation, sir. You might want to check in.
Yeah. They keep looking up. He was like, "Where's the tower at?" So while Alfred is like, "You're not ready, Master Bruce." Yeah, I think you might be right. I think you might be right. Good show. Damn good show. I'm looking forward to the 8 and see what's going to happen. Kira, what are your thoughts on 8 before we get into our guest?
On 8?
Yeah. Or no, 7. I'm sorry.
Anxiety. There was anxiety. There was lots of anxiety. And also, somebody should have beat his ass when he was a little kid.
Damn.
Not an adult, but another kid should have whooped on him a little bit, just to let him understand that his, your actions have consequences, like immediate consequences. Yeah, woo, buddy. That episode was a lot. Where's Vic?
After he got knocked out, he just told him to go. I don't know where Vic went.
He was assembling the Avengers.
He said to go get him an army. You told him specifically.
Yeah, shut up, Will.
That could be the case. That could be.
Golly.
Vic needed a break. He needed an episode off. It's been a lot. Been going through a lot.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because this ain't his arena for this. I don't think he would have been ready at all. Not for this. For this level of drama that went down. Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting a crash course for real.
Listen,
oh my God.
Your mobster boss has you house sitting, and you invite a chick over. That's a chick you follow to Cali. Like you should not be in Gotham no more. Like if you cared that much, like, you should just.
You don't have anything else. Your family is gone.
Time to go to the Metropolis.
He had a bag full of. He has had several bags full of money in his hands now, and has not left Gotham, sir.
He's so stressed.
Can we talk about your financial state? What are you
I'm sure you can go to Star City.
I mean, at least he got rid of his enemy, but other than that,
his enemy would have gotten rid of himself. That boy was talking wild reckless. Reckless. He would have got himself killed.
Because he was wanting it too much. Like that's heat that Oswald does not need. He brings enough onto himself. How this man is lying against two families and going up the middle is a fucking master class.
I mean, he can move to Themyscira. I'm just saying,
Just
they ain't gonna let him in there. What you mean?
Nah, they definitely not letting him in there.
They're not letting him in there.
You better off in Metropolis. Yes. It's like, go across the pond, dude. Don't go to Bloodhaven. Lord have mercy. It's just as bad. It's next door. It's just as bad.
I don't know. Bloodhaven seems like a nice neighborhood. It does.
Yeah, when it's not radioactive gigantosaurus walking through that.
Question.
Uh-oh.
Since it was recently debated furiously by Fantastic Frankie and others, it was revealed that Gotham, I guess, is actually in New Jersey and not New York.
Stop it. Moving on.
I always thought Bloodhaven. I always thought Bloodhaven was Jersey.
Lady Mandalore's face was just shut the fuck up moment.
Jersey. What is Bloodhaven?
Man.
Oh my gosh. Bloodhaven is Long Island.
West Virginia.
No, that's Newark.
Not West Virginia.
Newark.
Leave Newark alone. Come on now.
I mean,
you want to be part of the Batman wars? Shit, take your hit. Take you out. You in the hood.
Trenton.
Not Trent.
Trenton. Yep, Trenton.
Oh my God. Yeah, well, that's true. We have our special guest here tonight. And he's working on the new book Storm, which we absolutely love. for so many reasons. Before we bring him on, we're going to show you the trailer for Storm right now, and tell you just what she's been up to. You're going to love this. Our very special guest, Murewa Ayodele, writer of Storm. What is going on, my friend?
Let's go.
Hold on. Let me properly give this to you because we are enjoying this book immensely. Murewa, I hope am I saying your name correctly?
Perfectly.
English for the A+, baby.
As I hold this lovely tome in my hands that was created by this gentleman here. Let me tell you.
Yeah, fantastic cover choice.
Oh my God. I don't know where to begin when it comes to this book. Your work, the awards, everything that you're doing is everything that we're about. But I want to start with you starting this work on Storm. Did they pick you, or did you say, hey, I need to have this?
It's a little bit of both. While I was writing, I think when I was done writing I Am Iron Man, some fans of Iron Man asked me online what some of the characters that I would like to write. And when I listed characters, one of them was Storm. And on the tweets where I listed Storm with an image of Storm, Tom Brevoort quoted the tweet and said noted. And that was, and at that time it hasn't even been announced as like, oh, the X-Men editor yet. He hasn't gotten the call from Dan Buckley and all the other things, but he said noted. So there was that. So I don't know why he said noted. I don't know anything. So there's that. But fast forward like months later, or maybe even a year later, when he was already in the X office, I think they already announced some of the like first X-Men books and stuff. So, and he sent an email to me with the title of Storm. Like that was just the title, just Storm. Mm-hmm. And then he walked me through some of their plans for Storm and asked if I would like to plug in and be the one to like shepherd a solo journey as a solo superhero.
All right. So I want to read some of the books you're a part of. New Men, which is one of your Nommo-nominated comic book series. New Men, critically acclaimed webcomic. My Grandfather Was a God. The popular AKOGUN, Brutalizer of Gods, which is under your imprint, and several comics like Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood, which good stuff. Avengers Unlimited Infinity Comic. I Am Iron Man, and now Storm. The work speaks for itself. We here love the goddess. We have clamored for years. I will stand on the heel and I will die on it. There hasn't been a look this woman has not served. She is served every single time. And now that they're drawing her hair with the kinky curly, I'm just like, y'all hitting the notes right now. And just watching that trailer alone and then reading the comics and just seeing, I'm like, how you slaying and saving and slaying at the same time is, I don't. The capes, the fits.
Yeah,
I'm just like the capes and the fits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so,
that was like from the get go, even from the proposal I wrote to Tom Brevoort, like even before I came with the plot. Because when he reached out to me, the plot was the first thing I came back. I came back with a bunch of documents I put together, and one of the documents was like, oh, like the central tone of the story, you know. So I said, oh, I wanted this, the tone of the story was going to be very mythic. So like we're going to treat her like a god. So like, oh, like it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, she's going to belong to a pantheon like the Orishas or something, but not necessarily. But all our stories are going to feel very monumental, like we're telling stories of this great mythological character, you know. And one of the things we also listed was that this is going to be a very fashion-driven story. We're going to see every character, especially Storm, express herself through fashion. We're going to see her style her hair. We're going to see her dress in, you know, cool ways. There are still things we're still experimenting with because when it comes to like African prints on clothes, it's not usually very easy to present in comics. So you can see in issue one, you can see some occasional appearances of that. You know, where you see some patterns on like a cloth. There's this like jacket where she wears like this flowy jacket. You could see the African prints behind it, you know. So we're playing around with stuff like that, just trying to bring in the fashion, the African vibes. When Chris Claremont was still writing her, you could see her wearing some of the African head wraps, you know. But we haven't said that in a while. We're like, yo, we're bringing back the head wraps, you know, different things. We're just trying as much as possible to bring in that um goddess feel, that regal feel, and that African vibes, and try to bring it back into this character and our stories.
Kira.
Okay. Hi. First of all, ooh, I might cry. I'm very sorry if I do. I try not to. And
I just held mine back just because of him of the descriptions. So if I can do it, you can do it.
Okay.
I believe in you. I have faith in you.
First and foremost, thank you for being brave enough, and I don't want to use the word humble, but being able to put forward your ideas and presenting your baby to the world, and the fact that your baby is Storm, and you are doing her a service none other has done up until now. So thank you.
Thank you.
Oh gosh, so I have a lot of questions. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to ask. That's important. I
They're
want to
all
know
important.
what is. I know that's why I want to ask them all.
Come on, put words together. You got this.
What made you decide on her story development, the path that she's going to take? Like, was it something that you took from your life? Were you able to take? Are you going to be showing some of her previous iterations going forward and what might have gotten her to certain paths that she might take in the future? I would love to see her do something with Charles.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
At least a great humbling would be great.
Did not disappoint
If you
me at
can't tell me
all.
any of that, I would at least, that's just a statement on my part. I think that would do wonders for the culture, though.
Holy Moses.
Coming up with stories for Storm. That was very hard. That was very, very difficult. When I got the pitch, I think I've said this a couple of times that I wanted to reject it, even though I wanted to write it. I wanted to reject it because I was just so scared that I don't want to be the one that messes up like this, because they already told me, like, this is the first time Storm was going to be like a proper solo hero, you know. And I don't want to be the one to mess it up, because it's so it felt like too big a responsibility for me, and that was like my first ongoing series with Marvel Comics. I'd written a couple of series, but they were limited series. This was my first ongoing, so I was like, oh man, I don't want to be the one to like mess this up. Like, oh man,
You want to keep
I
your
don't
black
have this
job?
responsibility, you know. So, but my best friend, who's also a Marvel artist, was like, I think Tom Rivers has faith in you that you can do this. So that's one. And if they give someone else, and the person does a worse job that you think you can do, you're going to hate yourself every single month that you read every single issue of this book. You know. And then my sister said, just remember that you're Nigerian and you like money. So at least do it for the money. So
on behalf of my Nigerian friends, that is a very true statement. It is met with love, and I fully understand it. Yes, let your heart bring you.
Your parents shouldn't hear you turn down money. Like, why? Like, they'll probably disown you or something. So
I got nothing.
So I came up. So we came up with. I came up with a lot of stories. Like, I tried exploring some of like the fact that she has had a criminal background before she became a hero. There were different stories already told. What we have as issue 1 was actually the issue 5. But when Tom Rivers read that, and my friend Dotun Akande was like, this dilemma that you put Storm in, that you make that your issue 1. The thing is, when it comes to like ongoing series, your issue 1 should have a big statement about your entire series, but also your issue 5 should also do the same, but in a bigger way, because your issue 5 is like the end of your first arc. So because for people reading it in trade, that is their own issue 1. So that was what I was going for. So it was like, no, don't make this your issue 5, make this your issue 1. So we put back on it, which changed a lot of things. So that dilemma being the core of the story kind of changed the shape of the story. That's one. And another thing that affected the story is I think I didn't realize it until recently when I was writing the letters page for Storm, and I realized that there's this experience I had as a child that has actually been motivating a lot of stories I've been telling. So it was that I realized, and it's when I was born with an art defect, which I think the short version is basically there's a hole in my heart. So and I think it's called Churchology of Fallout or something. So and when my parents couldn't afford like surgery, and they discovered it while I was like 3 years old or so, and the doctors were like I would die at like age 4. So it's almost like I had a year to live, and they couldn't afford the surgery. It couldn't be done anywhere in Nigeria. So they had to. Would you even beg? Because if you're not rich, like you don't have rich friends, basically, it's not like you have like crazy rich friends that give you the money and stuff like that. So, they had to involve the government. My dad wrote a letter, and the governor at the time, the wife of the governor at the time, was organizing an event for like children. So he sent myself and my sister there with the letter. My sister was able to sneak the letter to the wife of the governor. The security stopped that, but it was too late.
This is intriguing. I'm just like, wait a minute.
I like my question. So, I feel good about the question.
So, long story short, we got the funding. Some people stole part of the money, blah 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 blah. But the money was still enough to like get us to Israel. That was the cheapest / best place to get the surgery. And so my mom was the one that I went with my mom. So, and during the surgery, okay, the surgery was successful, but after the surgery, my mom was invited to like check on me, and she said, "Oh, I was so excited to see her. I was so happy," and immediately I
All
went
the lights went
unconscious.
No.
Yeah, like everything,
No.
like all the
What?
gadgets were beeping, everything went
Bruh.
zero, and basically, I died, and
No.
all the doctors were I'm still alive now.
I know,
So,
but no.
Yes, Karen, we're not
like,
talking to a zombie. I promise you this.
I know, but no.
He is not
Mother,
walking dead,
dear
boo.
God.
so
Oh.
all the doctors rushed in. They were screaming at her, "What did you do to him? What did you give him?" And she was just stunned. It was like nothing, like nothing, and she was so scared. Like, and so they rushed me like back into the theater, trying to like do everything they could to like revive me. And for 3 hours, she had nothing, and she was just in sheer agony. Like she felt like she killed me or something. She was also having that kind of guilt, and she was in tears. She was scared, and because nobody spoke. A lot of people didn't speak her language too, so they
Right.
saw her sad. They were offering her like a bottle of Sprite, and she was like, "That's not what I want," And at some point, she asked for a Bible. They gave her one that was written in Hebrew. Like, I don't even know what I'm reading here,
Oh my
and stuff.
God.
So it was just everything, and
This is aggravating
and at
me.
some
He's not
point,
my child. What the hell?
so at some point she's just like, if anybody is listening up there, that kind of thing, like if anybody's listening up there, I don't want to go back to Nigeria with a dead child, that kind of thing. And so after like 4 hours of that, they told her that, yeah, he's alive again, like he's back, and she told me this recently, that she couldn't see me for the next like 3 days. Like
No.
she would stay by the door, but she won't
Yeah.
come in
No.
because she was scared that if she came in again,
Bless her heart.
I would die.
Oh my
So
goodness.
so it was like other people had to like come in. It was like 3 days later, other people were like, "Don't worry, like they've disconnected all the gadgets. It's fine. You can come in," that kind of thing. And so
Yeah,
and
somebody told me that before the first time. I don't want to listen to nobody this time.
Yeah, that part.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
that,
right.
that part. Yeah.
And when we go back to Nigeria, my sister said this recently to me as well, and said they're not sure I'm the same person because it felt like my temperament had changed. And some people's theory is that I was always in a lot of pain. I was always tired and so many things. So definitely my temperament would be based on that. Now I'm free from all those pain and suffering basically. So I would be different, And so there's this theory of, what if my spirits left? How are you sure it's my spirit that came back?
Oh no.
Like, or how are you sure something else didn't follow me back when I came back or something?
Oh man.
And
Oh my God.
and that is part
I'm
of the
thinking
story
of
we're
this in
telling.
terms of Storm's story. That's why I'm like,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is the eternal storm story, basically. Is
Oh
eternal
my.
storm going to just be Ororo Monroe, or is there an extra thing that has latched up to our soul and our spirit? So
Oh my
that's
God.
Wow.
Not the goddess.
Wow.
Nah, she be all right. She gonna be all right. She gonna be all right. No, no,
I
no, no, no,
know.
no.
She's dealt with a lot. I know. She's dealt. I mean,
However,
she was in the future. Yeah.
so
I mean,
yeah.
she shut down the Shadow King by herself. We'll talk about that later.
So that's the personal side of where that story came from. And the comic book part of where the story come from is from Fantastic Four, where T'Challa and Storm filled in for Reed Richards and Sue. I think Dwayne McDuffie wrote the episode where to save the universe, Doctor Strange had to move eternity into the mind of Storm, and perform some mystical stuff. So yeah, so it's like
this man knows
that
stuff.
can't just be something that just goes off like
it's on the list. It's on the list.
Okay, wait.
Yeah,
I can only get so excited. Please stop.
So it's all that mixed up. It's good to be epic. I like to just the way I name this thing is I say it's the Eternal Storm Saga, or I say the labors of Ororo Monroe. So it's kind of how.
Oh wait, somebody cut that.
Wait till you get to that list we got, boy. Because when you like, yeah, this sister here, she the truth. Mayhem.
Well, after all of that,
yeah, I feel him. There's just like, what else is left? It's like, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite color?
One thing that jumped out at me in the story, I just want to know where the person is that offered this grieving woman a Sprite, because Sprite is terrible. Sprite burns so, like, I'm going through enough. I don't need a bottle of Sprite right now. You evil person. I hope wherever you are, you've stubbed your toe every day since then.
Wait. It might be okay. It's Eastern European Sprite. It's not the same.
No. It's all the same. I've had Eastern European. It's all the same. It's still ass in a bottle. It's not what you want to give somebody. No.
They don't have all the seasonings like we do over here.
You mean like misery and grief? Yeah, you're right. They don't have that in a bottle. Yeah.
Do you have a sense in real time how popular something you're working on is? Because I want to say that I played myself. My comic shop is where the palm colored people patron, and I didn't think that they would like be going up for a Storm story. So I showed up like 2 days later, like, oh, I'm looking for the Storm, and they were like, and I went hunting, and I found one hidden between like a couple of like Wolverine. Someone was trying to stow it away. And I went digging and I found it. And they were like, "Oh wow, we didn't even realize we had that one left. We had that's it. We don't have any variants in the original cover. Like, you found the last one." I was like, I've not seen anything fly out of the store like that. Do you have any sort of concept in real time like that sort of thing is going on?
Zero, like complete zero. Because number one, I live in Nigeria. That's one. I live in a small town in Nigeria, so there are no comic shops anywhere I am. So I have like zero idea.
Right.
And
put your hand down.
And I've
put your hand down.
And I've learned to not rely too much on like internet vibe, because it sometimes doesn't accurately portray like what's happening in real life, and sometimes it so changes a lot. Like when we were working on I Am Iron Man, the initial reaction was first almost like negative, or it might be like my mind was like focusing on like the negative parts, like like some people were like, "Oh man, all these diversity hires, or something." Someone like, "This book is not good." Some reviews on like some of these websites were like, "This is too freaking weird. Like, it's just weird. It's just weird. It's like, what type of stories is just weird?" And but by the time we got to like, so I was like, "Oh man, I'm a failure at this point." So, but by the time we got to like issue 4, on those same websites, they were like, "I like this guy's weirdness. It's a fun type of weird, And I was like, dude, like, what if I had like done something to myself because I was like, I'm a total failure or something? Look at how the thing has changed, and something like that." And then after I Am Iron Man, Marvel didn't call me for any project anymore. Like, I even emailed them like, "You know what? Like, I would do anything, even like on like the Marvel Unlimited stuff. Like they're like, no, there's nothing right now, you know. I'm like, oh man. And then later I see some messages from like retailers saying that the trade paperback of I Am Iron Man does super well for them. That Iron Man fans always come to pick it up. It's almost like a regular seller for them because anybody that wants to get into Iron Man, it's an easy book to get into because it's not particularly, it's linked in continuity, but you can always jump in. You don't need to read anything before. It's always something they use to like getting new readers into Iron Man and everything. And I'm like, so it's doing well in shops. Like I even noticed that in because I have this Google alerts. So if my name is mentioned on some websites, I get notified. I even saw that I think the trade paperback did so well that they resolicited it. It got like, you know, I was like, oh, like, you know, so you're not even like so, and that happens like months later. So you're not like, oh, so it did well. So I think it did well. That's why they were able to call me back and say, okay, you know what, let's try it out on Storm. So I'm like, so even these two, I'm I'm hearing nothing but good news, but I'm still like,
Oh yeah,
okay, I
baby.
just want to be sure. I want to be sure because every issue one sells out, you know, or something. I just want to be sure. Let's still see, like, you know, I just still trying to like not celebrate too early, you know.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
keep trying to
you
get
can
the
pop the
work
champagne
done.
bottles now.
And everything.
My friend.
I
You can
I
pop the
don't know if
champagne
they
bottles
put
now.
out. I don't know if they put out a second printing yet, but I can't find. They did for
Yes,
the.
I'm
Did they
second
put a
printing
second?
and yeah, and on some shops like I think Impulse, I forgotten it's sold out. Even the second printings are sold
No,
out.
no, it's gone. I've been in that shop every week, and I didn't even know they had the second printing up yet. It's gone. You good? I wanted to say you need to ask. Just don't be afraid. Ask for the money. Just ask for it. Just
Wow.
ask for it. Just tell them yesterday's price is not
It's
today's
not today's
price.
price.
That's a
You've
Oh,
already given them two Marvel properties and they've done very well, and that's in Iron Man and Moon Knight. So it's, you know, you're just like, okay, we're gonna get,
oh
and now
yeah,
you're on Storm, and
okay.
you have the Goddess, and you're just like,
they don't deserve you.
I don't. Wait. I
Yeah,
don't want you to
okay,
lose your
I
job,
said what I said.
please.
They
no,
don't
no, no,
deserve
I
you,
need you to
sir.
be more
no.
comfortable.
No, occasionally you get the royalty checks and stuff, so it's good. That's like that's why to today I'm thankful. Like my first like Marvel project was Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood, and you know Ickman was on the project, so it sold really well because Ickman was on the project. Because I still get like royalty checks from that. So I'm like, oh man, yeah, this Ickman guy is really swimming in a lot of money, you know. So it's nice.
Quick follow
Wow.
up question. You said it was no comic shop near you. Does Marvel send you a copy of the when it's of your work?
Yes, but like months
Okay.
later.
Oh,
What?
So I don't have like
you don't
Storm
have a
one
physical copy
yet.
for yourself right now.
Yeah, yes, not
you need to
yet.
fix that. You need to fix that.
So I might get it like later this month or next month or something. It's shipping to Nigeria is crazy. So
That's wild.
Wow.
Navy.
Oh, see, I don't even know if
so
I.
like for example, I had to I had to from reading about comics and listening to reviews, I had to understand the concept of page turn reviews. Like, oh, try to put like major reviews on the left page, which are the even
Mm.
number pages. So that if there's this page where the villain shows up, let it be on the left page. It won't occur to me naturally because I read most of my books digitally, which I just scroll up. Every page is a big reveal to me. So so stuff like that. So I had to like learn that.
Gotcha.
That's awesome.
That don't make no sense. I'm still not.
You
That
say,
don't make
I
a
don't
lick
think
of
make no
sense.
sense.
It don't make a lick of sense. It don't make no sense. They know what they do, and they could just take
Of
it
course,
aside and just
you know they know what they're doing. They just aren't gonna stop doing what they're doing.
that just.
Just
Go
saying.
ahead, baby.
First of all, sir, it is an honor indeed to have this conversation with you because Storm, from page one, you were enraptured from the art to the writing, everything, and I'm here for the ride. But I knew of you before from I Am Iron Man, which was Chef's Kiss, sir. Absolute Chef's Kiss. If y'all have not read I Am Iron Man, y'all need to go check that series out because that is a celebration of that man, and they did a phenomenal job. I wanted to ask, is there a character in Marvel or in DC or in comics that you would like to write a comic about? Who's the next character? Like, who's the next character you would like to write?
Let's go ahead and give him a little bit. Let's give him a little nudge, just a little nudge.
I'm just saying, we need to see what this young man can do. We already know he's got his whole resume, his resume
like
right here.
I mean, if you slowly look over my right shoulder, which seems kind of tight right now.
Wow, really? No hints at all. No, not at all. No.
Yeah, I think some of the characters, like even before like I go into Marvel, like I even thought it was possible. There are a few characters that I actually wrote a pitch for, like on my laptop. Yeah, Black Panther was one of them, and Iron Man.
Nice slime.
Yeah. So like I think I had like I wanted to tell a Black Panther story where the threats, the characters, everything was steeped around the around Africa itself. What are the threats going on in Africa? What are the battles in Africa? And I wanted to see them facing those challenges that you would see African countries face. They are so different from regular African countries because they're just so powerful and well put together and so many things. And how would they face those threats? And so it's a story I wanted to tell. And yeah, I told a little Black Panther story, but in that story, Shuri was the Black Panther in that story. In Marvel Voices Wakanda Forever, I told a little story. So and it's something I say a lot. Shuri is my favorite Wakandan. Like even before the Marvel, the MCU synergy, when she was the brash younger sister that was so totally into violence, to when she became the super genius and everything. I just liked her. So I think that I told when I got to Marvel first, they asked for like a list of characters I liked, and Ororo and Shuri were like the characters I listed, and Iron Man. So yeah, so that was why they reached out to me on Marvel Voice that, oh yeah, we heard you like Shuri. Do you want to write a Shuri story? And I just I had to write her in all the looks, like, oh yeah, when she was still dressed before the MCU synergy, after the MCU synergy, when she was Black Panther, and even this sword from X of Swords that Storm stole from them. I made her wield it, everything. Like I just had to put everything in just like 8 pages or so.
Folks sleep on Sherry. Sherry was the truth. They I don't know why they sleep on the little sister. Like I'm like, no. Read that again.
Yeah. So but if it's other characters, I love Fast Sector. I would like to do something. I would like to play in that world.
Wait.
No, I want to see him do. I want to see him see Sojourner. I want to see him write Sojourner. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Now that's
got here.
I mean, if NK Jemisin can do a fantastic job, let's see what the man can do. I want to see that.
Yeah. And my friend Dotun Akande, his style is kind of similar to Jamal Campbell style. So I would like to see his rendition of that world and everything.
Ooh.
So Vixen. Vixen is something.
Why you-
Is it? So
he's talking our language right now.
and he's saying it loud and clear.
Vixen, Sif from Thor.
Ooh. Okay.
Um,
Okay. No. I see it. This.
Wonder Woman, definitely. I want to see Wonder Woman give like people suplexes, you know.
But let him answer the question. Oh my God.
Nubia is because Nubia's right there. She's right there. Nubia's right there.
It's his question. It's his answer to the question. It's his answer. What is wrong with you? Oh my gosh, dropping hints like bricks.
I just said collaboration. Stephanie Williams.
I need you to breathe. I need you to breathe. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe.
I mean, it's not like we don't know a certain someone who can really bring you to A game with us.
I think there are more characters, but I don't think I can remember them like fully. But mostly they're female characters. I love female characters, and if they carry a sword, it's an extra bonus.
Look. He's already been proven.
So be sure that I'm going to give Storm. So be sure I'm going to give Storm a sword.
The lightning.
See, I like him already.
I mean, why not? Why not?
Oh my gosh, she's got a lightsaber. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's not like she ain't good with a blade. We know she's good with a blade. I mean, that's her.
So,
her weapon of choice.
Knives for bigger.
Kara, you're gonna hyperventilate, and then we can't do shit for you. Okay, I need you to slow down. All right, I'm gonna need you to breathe.
I have to lose so much weight for
the
Comic-Con
hell,
next year.
lady.
I have to be Storm with a lightsaber. I don't. Everybody, shut up.
The only one talking is you. The only one talking is you. You told us to shut up. I'm like, we haven't said a word. We've spoken not a word. What that? You know what?
Is definitely one of the things. I mean, when he mentioned Shuri and he's already writing Storm, and then he mentions Far Sector, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's the strong female archetypes. That's the wheelhouse. Mm-hmm. That's the wheelhouse, because nothing says it better than a woman who can whoop some ass. I swear to God. Look, I'm serious. Look, I recently watched Superman Batman Apocalypse again, and I still have yet to see Wonder Woman kick ass like she did in that animated film.
Mm-hmm.
On Apocalypse, in the pit with Barda, whoop ass.
That's why I found the Zack Snyder Justice League, like, and the Joss Whedon one super annoying, like when Superman was just whooping Wonder Woman's ass so easily. Like what are you doing? Like,
I am
like,
so sorry.
Yes, Superman is stronger, but look, fights are not about strength. Like Wonder Woman is crazy. Like she's not going down that easy. Like if that
she
same
breaks
fight
her enemies' necks on live TV. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He literally likes to fight.
Like look at what happened when they went against each other in Wonder Woman Dead Earth by Daniel Warren Johnson. Like, yeah, that's what happens. You know,
she's one of those warriors that, you know, there's a reason why she doesn't have a huge rogues gallery. It's just a reason.
Yeah, she takes them out. She takes them out.
No problems. You don't have y'all's problems.
Not at all.
It just handles her business and keeps it moving. She's like, just snap his neck out. What's the problem? You can do this.
Sir, ma'am. Sir, ma'am.
And in the comics, when she's drawn accurately, she's taller than all of them. Like,
yes,
forget it. Like, so why you say she's a giant, for crying out loud? Like, what you say? Like, so
it's in her name, Amazon. It's literally. I mean, it's just there.
Mr. Ayodele, I think I would be heartbroken to see you leave. But I'd understand why you need to spread your knowledge across many iterations of the comic book world. Go out there and do the Lord's work.
Here we go, ladies and
Get you
gentlemen.
right.
Just don't give the man a Sprite. That's all we ask, okay? Just don't give the man a Sprite. He's a national treasure. We want to hold on to him, okay? Get him a cheer wine. He'll appreciate it more. Get him a cheer.
Oh my god! So I want to ask you about your comic studio that you helped co-found, Collectible Comics NG, and I want to talk to you about your web comic, which is My Grandfather Was a God, and AKOGUN, Brutalizer of Gods. Now, what are these two about?
I think, but we Collectible Comics is with my best friend, Dotun Akande, who's also a Marvel artist now, and
I Am Iron Man. They both did I Am Iron Man.
Yes, we were trying to get into the Nigerian comic book industry together. I wrote a novel once, because I was trying to do superhero stuff. So I wrote a superhero novel. It's not great, but it's okay, So but I tried to get into the comic book industry. I sent emails to a couple of them, no response, different things. There was one that gave me a response, but anytime I talk about money, it would suddenly pretend like the network was bad, and and later I was like, okay, you know what? I'm cool with not getting paid.
Unbelievable.
This is what they do. Let's get this done. So I wrote scripts for him, but they never get produced. It was just crazy. So like, you know what? F this. We're going to do our own thing. So we started a website. Started publishing stories. We did cyberpunk stories. Those coming out online now. To take some of them down because we're too ashamed of them. But so we put out some of this work and everything, and later we now got New Men accepted by. We didn't get recognized by the Nigerian industry as much as we thought we deserved. So it was still upsetting us. Like, fans would say, okay, it was so crazy at some point that we went to a Comic-Con in Lagos, and some people were at our booth, and they were swearing that we were not Nigerians because our work was probably like we were probably Americans. Like, this is, like, and it's it's so it's and there wasn't even AI then. They were either like like the Dotun art is probably like too clean or something. Like, there's no way someone is this good and it's not like sketchy. It was just a bunch of weird stuff, and people didn't have faith in it. It was just weird. I don't even know why they treated us that way. So we're like, you know what? F you people. let's try getting into America. So we pitched like crazy to everyone. Everyone said no, but Action Lab said yes. Later we found out that they had their own scandal too, but at the time we're like, yeah, at least we got accepted by America. F you guys, we're American published now,
A win's a win.
So yeah. So in the American, so we got New Men published. So and bit by bit we saw we were getting like recognition from the international market. So like, but our major fan base was still in Nigeria, and they could not read the comics we were making in America, because of this, a lot of government policies. You can't use your Nigerian card on international websites, Nigerian to dollar, just a lot of nonsense. Trust me, a lot of people have to like pirate stuff just to read, because if you want to pay for it, your card will actually get rejected. I've been trying to pay for Microsoft Office for like ages now, and I'm having issues. I've tried everything, and
Oh,
I can't pay because they keep rejecting my card and some crazy stuff. Like, why, And it's not like I don't want to pay. So, and
Wow.
when you're wo- and,
he's like, I
and
have the
when
money.
you're
What is
working,
your problem?
you get, and when you're working with a small publisher, your books don't even get pirated, so they can't even read the pirated copy of your book. So it's like, out. And, and sometimes at some point you're like, I just want people to read my book. I don't even care if it's pirated. Just read my book.
Wow. Are
But
you
you're not
serious?
even but you're not even popular enough for your book to get pirated. So it's like, oh man.
God.
So so you're like, okay. So you're like, okay, you know what? Let's do a free web comic for our Nigerian audience that they can read. So like, okay, let's do something that's, and also a lot of our books were always like heavy on sex and heavy on violence, and our family has said, you guys suck, because we want to we want to support your
I
books,
could have put
but
it
we
better
can't even like
myself. Yo, he hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
like we want to support your books, we want to tell people in like church, we want to give our kids, but we can't because they are reading your books and suddenly boobs, and yeah. so, so like, okay, so let's
Oh my
let's make
gosh.
something that let's make something that our
Wow.
nieces and nephews can read, people
I
can
love this.
share with their church members or whatever. So like, okay, let's tell a story like all those popular cartoons we loved, in spirit of shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender, Samurai Jack, things like that, mixed with some of all this superhero stuff. My Life as a Teenage Robot,
Oh yeah, you hit me up.
American Dragon, but
Mhm.
everything steeped in Yoruba mythology, in the African mythology. Let's get going, and that's where my grandfather was a god came into play, where it's a story of a little girl who has who is the granddaughter
Children.
of the supreme god of the heavens called Olorun, and she has the powers of Shango and Erinle, which roughly is the power set of Storm. But she has super, but she has super strength and invulnerability that Storm doesn't have. But the control of the weather and everything like Storm, yeah, she has that. So it's basically young Storm. So, but her grandfather is the supreme god of the heavens, and suddenly, like in Avatar, and he vanished, So the story is about how she journeys, and on the day that the supreme god of the heaven vanishes, monsters populate the earth. So she's on this journey to find her grandfather. Is he dead? Was he abducted? Did the monsters get him? What happened? So on this journey, she has to save people on the way from monsters, from different things, and try to find out what happened to her grandfather and help her grandfather. And we never get the story of who is her real father. So I'm also trying to learn the mystery of who her father is. Is her father Shango, or is her father the person setting the monsters? Is her father dead, or is her father the villain of the story? You get to learn it,
No,
but
that's
the
that's
story reflects on this deep connection between her and her grandfather. There's this story, there's this episode 4, I think it's called Birthday Gifts, which is the story of how Olorun can basically make anything out of anything. Like Olorun sees like a tree, and with his mystical power just makes a chair instantly. And she tries to do the same thing. But at that point in time, she doesn't have any powers yet. She tries it, she does everything she can't, because she doesn't have any godly powers. So she now tries to do it like a human being, trying to cut the trees, assemble it. For Lauren, it took only a second. For her, it took weeks, to make this shabby chair and everything. And when she makes this entire chair, Olorun sits on it, and it's like, for her, it it's a struggle, it's a pain. It takes so long for her to do things, and but for that she appreciates it and all those stuff. And it's a lot of people that read that episode said they cried, seeing this little girl struggle and that connection that she has with her grandfather. And it's one of our favorite work, and our Nigerian fans loved it. And it's cut across to South America too, where a lot of people still worship many of these African gods like Shango, Olorun, and all this. So
it's like a coming of age.
Yeah, so we really like this story. And this was the comic that Tom Brevoort read and said, "Yeah, you know what? I want you guys over at Marvel."
Shout out to Tom Brevoort.
so the comic actually changed everything. So it's a lesson like for creators to like give back to the people. Like if we're still trying to like make everything like, oh, you have to pay tooth and nail for everything, we probably won't even be working at Marvel, But doing something, say that just want to do a free comic for everyone. We were doing sleepless nights to make sure the comic was coming out every 2 weeks. If you read the web comic, each at least like episode 1 is like 70 to 80 panels. That is unusual for a web comic.
Yeah.
That's a lot of panels, and some panels are like long. Like you scroll on some panels and they are really long. So that's how much work and effort we put into it. Like I know people saying when they read the web comic, it feels like they're watching a movie because there are just so many panels that you could actually have like 3 panels of people before they actually finish a sentence, almost like storyboards. It's very slick, it's very smooth. So it's opened a lot of doors for us. And then AKOGUN Brutalizer of Gods was after we finished I Am Iron Man. And Oni Press reached out to us like, oh yeah, we want you to do Black Conan. And we're like, oh, you know what, we'll do you one better. We'll give you an African Conan. So
wow.
So I was like,
wow.
So I like they're like, okay, what does an African Conan mean? For the Western culture, you're talking about the barbarian, the warrior, the knight, but in African stories, warriors don't go on those kind of escapades. The people that go on those kind of escapades here are the hunters. It's the hunters that go on those adventures. And all those stories you hear are the stories of hunters. They're the ones that explore forests and have stories of demons and spirits and gods and all. So that this person is going to be a hunter. And the mindset of a hunter and the mindset of a warrior is totally different. There's no, man, beautiful women that I would like to sleep with. There's no gold coin and this thing I would like to have. Their outlook on life is totally different, and that changes the scope of the story. That changes the tone of the story completely. And then I want to mix in a little bit of cosmic thriller there. So the gods, instead of being based on Earth, are based in space. So so you have like the god of creation, like Obatala, creating huge titanic monsters like size of kaijus, and you have Orunmila that has the power of precognition, and the entire story is basically the struggle between the god of creation, that is this incredibly wise god, and the god of precognition, and them playing mind games on each other. And at the center of it all is this hunter on planet Earth, you know, butchering gods and destroying monsters. And for this one, we're like, you know what? our nieces and nephew don't have to read this one. So it has a lot of blood, sex, violence, nudity, everything.
I mean,
all the things that make comics great. Yes, absolutely.
At some point, our publishers will be like, guys, no, this is too much. Stop. We told you R-rated, but no, this is getting X-rated. Please just stop.
Back a little bit.
Before we go to our break, Murewa, because we have a topic about talking about Storm, her top 10 moments or some of our favorite moments that she's had in comics. Does Kira, you had a couple more questions?
Of course she does.
Good God. Do you see your run with Storm? Is there an end date in your mind for your run with Storm?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
not writing a story with no end. I'm writing towards something. And at the end of that story is a one-on-one battle with Oblivion.
This woman here. Oh my God.
Okay, I don't want to ask no more questions.
Oh, that's a lie. That's a lie. Your head is throbbing right now. I can see your temples thumping over there.
So one thing I've noticed before we go to break, one thing I've noticed about the comics and cinematic worlds is in the comics, there's always a lot of focus on a character. And that normally means that you're going to see this character somewhere down the line in the cinematic world, whether it's television, whether it's film. And there has been a lot of focus on Storm within the past 2 years, I want to say. About 2 years or something.
Feels like longer.
It might be longer. It might be longer. I mean, ever since Krakoa, there's been like focus on her.
Even going back to her, when did they reveal that she actually has magic?
Oh, in Wanda's book, in the Scarlet Witch book, yeah. So yeah, it's been long. Yeah, so it's been a lot. Like
that's post Krakoa too. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she's been her number one. She's been her since the 60s. Let's just put that right there. But for us, she's been her that long. But for the casual reader, there's been they've been amping her up like something's getting ready to pop. I don't know what.
It feels like it's a slingshot being pulled back, and they're not done retracting.
Yeah.
Before they let go.
I feel it too. I feel it, which is scary as the writer of Storm. Because now I'm even seeing my books on like ads in like different other books and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, like not many solos get ads on like Marvel's YouTube channel, and Storm gets one, so many stuff like that. So it's super scary seeing that attention, but it's also very nice to see that support for the character.
Yeah, I mean when Wanda says, I can't access this area, however, I need to go to this woman over here, and we're talking about Wanda, who's supposed to be like a Nexus being, and she's like, you know what? I need this sister right here. She has to do something.
In dialogue or in narration, I established the relationship that Storm has with a very popular mystical user in the Marvel universe.
Well, if those floodgates open, it's over for these hoes. Murewa, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about our favorite top 10 moments and top 10 moments in comics that Storm said she was her. Didn't have to say anything. She just showed up, and it is what it is. Can you stick around and talk about it?
Okay, no problem.
Oh, okay, all right. We will be right back with our guest when we fix this up here. No, not right there. No, that's too much right there. There, that's still too much.
I mean,
that's
works
not
too,
right.
Sure.
Like this. There we go.
Stop it! I'm getting busy. Oh my gosh.
There we go. Learning the layout of the land. We'll be right back. Blerd's Eyeview is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blerd's Eyeview for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented blerds across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 Blerd mystery box company. All right, we are back. Let's get the rest of the crew back in here. And here we are. We have our guest with us, Murewa Ayodele, and tonight's topic is top 10 moments that Storm showed she was her. I want to start off with the one that Kira sent me, and it's during X-Men Red. I want to say it was chapter or book 11. Yeah, I think it was book 11.
Yeah.
Where Kira, I want you to run the point on this one. I don't want to take the shine on this one.
In this episode of Don't Send for Me Unless I Come for You. Don't come for me. Pause. Don't come for me unless I send for you. Storm has taken it upon herself to answer Charles's summons with a clapback that is heard throughout his head throughout eternity. Storm has a few words for Charles because he's decided to summon her while she's on a date with this fine man. To which she gets up from the table very elegantly and says, I gotta go handle my business, Pops, but we gonna continue this later at another time. Comes down to Chuck and says, hey, yo, listen, what you call me here for, I'm doing this in my vernacular. What you call me here for, my guy? And Charles says, I need you to go run point on something for me. And then she's like, no. And Charles says, well, I might have to instill a little bit of a change of thought in your head. And case in point, she says, try me, ho. I don't know if you, and then she said, take that to the bank, have several seats. And if I ever see you around here again,
it's
let me make it clear. We ain't friends, ho. Don't do it. Don't do it again.
She said this will be the last time that you will see me around these parts.
It's like, I understand you just got your legs, but don't make me take them away.
Love that woman. I swear to God, I love Storm. When T'Challa even says in a recent Avengers book, yeah, I messed up, and it's one of the biggest mistakes of my life. I don't mind working on the team with her, but I'd rather not be in the room with her. Because, he effed up. It's done. It's a wrap. There has been several moments where Storm has shown up and basically shown out. And one of my favorites is when she gets Mjolnir. This is in X-Men to Serve and Protect, issue 3. This was in 2010. And she does her even Thor. This is when Thor finds out, it looks like you're more than worthy. Let me step away. She's basically Loki gifted Storm with her own enchanting hammer, known as Stormcaster, in an attempt to manipulate her. Mistake number 1. So while under his enchantment, she gets into a fight with Thor himself. She demonstrates her worthiness when she grabs his Mjolnir and used it to destroy Stormcaster, freeing herself from the spell. In which Thor is just like, and you got this. Just, I can't say much else. Like it is what it is. I will shut up and I will sit the fuck down. Thank you very much. Oh, you said my brother was behind this. I'll go over there.
There we go. Time to shift. It's time to.
I will go over there. Navy, you have one?
Oh yeah. I'm a classic man. I'm a classic man. I don't have the suit, but I try what I can. I'm a classic man. My favorite moment was when she fought Callisto for control of the X-Men, Uncanny X-Men number 170.
Oh yeah.
That will always be one of my favorites because at that moment she said, "Listen, I'm gonna fight your ass, and we're gonna get rid of you because I don't like your hair and I don't like your eye patch, and you's a bitch." So, yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly. This bitch. That's exactly what you get from us. And I always thought it was a great moment because at that moment she was willing to take all of the bumps, not only to save Nightcrawler and everybody else in the X-Men, but to give the other Morlocks a chance to be accepted by just saying, "Hey, I can guide you." Because Callisto was basically nothing more than a street gang leader. She was just like, "Hey, you do this shit for me. I'm protecting you." Yep. And that cover was everything. And when she just simply stabbed her in the heart, done.
It's the walk away. It's literally the walk. I'm like, was she doing Beyonce before Beyonce?
You realize you can hear heel steps and she's barefoot. That lets you know something, right?
I love that sequence. I love that sequence so much. And it also shows like how powerful she is and her height, everything. That walk is massive. It's really, really nice.
I see why T'Challa folds when she's around. Yeah, I can do a lot of things. I'm folding around her. I'm sorry. Don't let me find out about NASA. Don't let me find out about Mr. NASA engineer over there.
You got it. It's not with me. My baby, it's not with me.
Yeah. Like, look, when she went on that date before Chuck called her in, I'm looking at the date. I'm like, brother, you done hit the jackpot. You do know that, right?
Sir, don't mess this up. Give guys like me a chance and know that we have a shot. Please don't.
It's like I'm just a low. I don't have no powers. That don't mean nothing, baby. Tonight is your night. I ain't mad at it. Ma'am, do you have any specific Storm moments?
No, I'm not a student of the comics like the rest of the panel. However, I did want to like get something and blow it up on a piece of poster board and hang it in my room somewhere. I don't even know what specific comic it's from, but she's in a confrontation with a gentleman and decides to let him know it's like, I can just cut your air off if I felt like it. And it's like it was so casual that she can do something so devastating when
she's done it more than
feels
once too.
like it. That like it's terrifying, the actual amount of power that she wields day to day, moment to moment, and she allows you to breathe in her space. Like understand.
It's that part. It's that part. It's the allowing. I'm sorry, ma'am. Yes.
Like this could have been over if I wanted
to have asthma for like 2 seconds. I can let you know real quick. Do you want to know?
Look, when Thing tells her it's during the marriage tour. That's what I call it.
The marriage tour. Oh my god.
And she tells Thing, yes, you can pull my hair. It's fine, because it was something that was said about her, the strength of her hair. And he was like, even Ben is like, are you sure? like I'm just a blue-eyed Jewish kid from the Bronx. I'm just saying, and he grabs a whole handful of her hair just to hold her up, just to say the roots are strong. Roots are strong, and she's sitting there.
Yeah, man.
See? And he felt so uneasy. I'm like, meanwhile, T'Challa was like,
"You asked about the hair, right?"
Well, this isn't working out like I thought it was going to. Look at her face. Yes, look at her face. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the look alone. I'm like, yeah, Ben, you might want to go ahead. No.
Don't do it.
Wow.
Speaking of which, her time when she took out several X-Men by herself in X-Men Worlds Apart. And yes.
Oh yeah.
And she's mad she's like, damn him for making me do this.
Mm-hmm.
And this was under the influence of the Shadow King. And like who she defeated later on, because she said, blowing her friends away in the tornado, Storm must contend with the Shadow King who falls for the trap she laid out for him. Entering her body, he's attacked and eaten by Bass the Panther God, who's hiding in Storm's mind. Because even Bass knows, yeah, you could be very
It's a nice play.
Yeah, you can. Are you sure you don't want to be an emissary of mine?
Oh my gosh. I love the interior decoration. I love it.
Right.
Who's your designer? Oh my gosh, this is magnificent.
I like this. This is
Silk?
Is this silk?
This is beautiful. What is this, velvet?
It said, is this silk? This is lovely. Oh, T'Challa's fine and all. I always got to, Sherry's amazing. She's just angry all the time. But this is nice. Oh, this is lovely. I can get used to this. Oh my God. She's like, I can get used to this. This is lovely.
Is that my lazy boy in the corner? Oh, you thought of everything. Oh, thank you.
They don't do this back home.
And there's a mini fridge. Oh, you remember my favorite soda. Oh, I'm staying here forever.
Who is this Shadow King? Yes, please let him in.
There's no Sprite in there, is it? No. Okay, good. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Oh my God. Navy.
Wow. There were so many amazing moments, honestly. I still love when she. Oh, I almost forgot. X-Men 159. When Dracula basically said, "You are the queen of all queens. I am so sorry I wasted your time. I am so sorry that I bit you. I tasted your blood. I know what your lineage is. I am so sorry. I would make you my queen, but I'm not worthy. Thank you for not killing me." And he leaves. Dracula literally said, "Yeah, this ain't. I'm not on her level. I'm not on her level. This is
that's one of them things where Blade is standing there watching the whole thing, and instead of calling him Blade, she's like Eric Brooks. I'm calling you by your government name.
Wow. Because they got into a fight with him, and because of her, he just said, "Well, time to hit the old dusty trail." He bows and he leaves.
I will deal with you later, madam. Sorry.
Who else at Marvel can say they made Dracula back off and go, "Well, I'm not in your league. I'm out."
Bitch, now.
If I was alive, I wouldn't even. When I was alive, I'm out. I'm out $5.
Kira, you got another one?
This is becoming a trend with me, and I apologize, but it's
here we go.
Iconic. When she layeth the smacketh down upon Cyclops's behind.
What is it with you in these
That
violent moments?
would
Yo,
be-
I like
No,
a
'cause-
fight. The
that's
name
fine.
is Mandalore. I like a fight.
First-
What you want me to do?
First word is
Okay,
lady.
all right, fine.
Okay.
Oh, see, look, he had it on lock. He already had it up. Look, I didn't even have to do it. This is simpatico. Come on, man. These are iconic moments in Marvel.
I love the fact that he says the best of X-Men 1 Storm. Congratulations and good luck. I don't believe it. I'm dreaming. This isn't happening. I lost. I don't like it, but I have to learn to live with it.
What else you gonna say, Scott?
You know what you do? You make it sound like a brother from the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't believe it. I'm dreaming. This ain't happening. I lost. Damn. Good luck to you.
I'm glad you mentioned that because then she proceeds to put the smack down later on good old Logan.
His mustache deserved it.
And you talking about somebody, he's got his claws out and everything, and she's staring him. Well, she can't help but stare him down. He's short, but still.
Wow.
He's like, so she's like, that can be arranged, but Goddess, he means it. You know, she's like, oh, he's really trying to come there. I'm the leader of X-Men. Why that is so you will use your claws when I command, no other time. He says, I wouldn't take that from Cyclops. Now, this is where Mama Mode comes into play. You will take it from me. You possess speed, strength, your unbreakable adamantium skeleton makes you nearly invulnerable. You should not need your claws, except in the most extreme situations against the deadliest and most powerful of foes. That look in the bottom left right-hand corner is the look of, God damn it, he's right.
I wish a motherfucker would.
Oh, you're
it's the literal
that should be arranged, babe.
And it's not, and he doesn't pull it. You can tell, yeah, he put those claws back in slowly.
It's like chink snare.
Yeah. Talking about, I wouldn't take that from Cyclops. Cyclops couldn't handle me. So what makes you think?
So you'll hear Cyclops on the back. Don't bring me into this. I have my chance.
We cool now.
No, wait. Real talk. Cyclops is probably sitting in the rooms just smirking like.
She gonna kick your ass just like she kicked mine. You gonna die. Animated ass.
Hold on.
Look at the second panel. The way her lip is flared up in the corner.
Yeah.
I know this little mother right here ain't trying to do no pull no.
You know what?
All right. You know
We ain't
what?
no Storm was from Houston.
Shout out to John Byrne for drawing it just like that. Because only John
man.
Byrne could have drawn it just like that.
Those are some great freaking moments. One of my favorites when she became the Queen of Soul.
Yeah, buddy.
And she shut that shit down. And I was like, oh, we here now. Yes.
I ain't gonna lie. I would love to hear Kira read these lines and what voice.
Please, Kira, please.
What voice and what tone would you use? I want to hear this.
I am Storm, Regent of Mars, and I am the voice of Soul.
Goosebumps, nigga. Goosebumps. And y'all wonder why we read comics at the comic book club.
Fun. It'd be fun.
We have a good time. We do, yeah.
Look, I wanted Kira to do that. I didn't get a chance to text you earlier and say, hey, I need you to read the song. Maybe you got another background, right?
Huh?
I said you got another one, don't you, maybe?
Oh yeah. Sometimes you just gotta dig back. I know Chris will remember this one. Remember think it was X-Men 165, where she had a broodling inside of her, and it was eating her from the inside out. And the only way that she didn't want to kill it, but she ended up melding with
okay, yeah.
What was it? What was the name of it? Akante. She ended up melding with an alien called Akante, which destroyed the broodling, but she ended up using the power to heal herself, and she basically shone like the sun when it happened. And just when you saw how powerful this woman is, that she can take in another entity, meld it, use its ability, not kill it, meld with it, heal herself, take out the threat, and come back whole, right, and not a hair out of place.
Murewa, you're obviously well versed in the Stormverse. What is your favorite moment the goddess has pulled?
You guys have been listening like all my favorites because I was jotting them down. I'm like, no, like, are you guys like
looking serious too? He was just like, oh, okay,
yeah.
Dracula, Storm,
and a lot of them I'm going to reference them in my run. But one of my all-time favorites is our first dinner date with Dr. Doom, and Doom puts her in a prison, and then she turns into Rogue Storm, and she turns all white and gold. And
I remember that.
Yeah. And the narration says, she's as powerful as the Phoenix, like without any extra power source from any other entity. Like she herself is as powerful as the Phoenix, and she can control weather from anywhere on the planet and everything. Ooh. And she says it outrightly, I am a goddess. That was crazy.
And ever since ever since then, Doom has tightened up whenever she's in his presence. Yep. He did it recently when they had to go down to Latveria, and he was like, and you're a goddess. Here's your plate. Yeah. I will serve you myself. You like, okay, yes. No, she doesn't want that. That's not, no. Take that back.
Doom acts like that one ex that he knows that his ex is the worst person, and he couldn't do anything about it. So when she comes in, it's like, Aurora.
yes.
Victor.
Jack, right.
Yeah. Not that level of, not that first name level of recognizing, like,
oh, look here. You know how we always said Angela Bassett has this air of regalness about her that when she walks in the room, you ain't got no choice but to tighten up, look straight, tighten your back, everything, shoulders back, chin up, no slouching, elbows off the table. What are we, savages? That it's that energy. She has that energy, and it's like, yo, I wish you would. I wish you would. So, Spartan, what's one of your favorite Storm moments?
Most recently, shoot, what do we call that one? Was that X-Men or was that Storm? Where she basically just took Champion and just Gladiator, and well, we keep on saying John Walker holds the title for disrespectful ass whoopings of all time.
That's in live action.
We would probably have to sit there and say that I forgot which issue that was. I want to say that was X-Men, but I'm not 100% sure right now because my brain's kind of scrambled. But that is my favorite Storm moment.
Murewa, do you have another moment?
I'm still thinking on it. Give me a sec.
Okay. Kira, you got one? It's amazing you guys got the one.
Moment. It's not really my favorite moment, but it should be mentioned. It's the wedding between her and Black Panther.
Yeah, that's another one. Black Panther. Was that Black Panther?
The wedding.
Black Panther issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Number one, that was a beautiful freaking dress.
Okay, now the dress. Oh yeah, no. Those have been, okay, measurements are measured.
I was just like, oh my. When you're sitting there and then the nuptials are going apart, and they look up, even Ben is there. He's like, He leans over to Luke. Why is the Watcher here? We still don't know the answer to this day. Hey, it was a big moment. It was a big moment.
He knew he was summoned.
Yeah, I bet he was like, you know what? Yeah, y'all can keep going. Pause that, whatever. I got a wedding to attend. No, I have to be there. I got to be there. Hey, I'm not missing this one. He's like, I ain't missing this.
All of a sudden, I cannot, will not interfere. Turned into, yeah, but I better show up for this.
Look, at this point, Feige might need to make a call. I'm just saying. Might have to make if anybody gonna pull up
before Jimmy Gunn takes her. He better do something. Put her on retainer.
Come on, Jimmy.
Here's another one. When she puts Loki in his place.
Yep.
Wait, she had it twice then, right?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
She was the first time it was when in X-Men X-Men Annual number 9. And he tried to seduce her. That was the first time. Depowered Storm with her Asgardian abilities, hoping she would make the land her home as the new goddess of thunder, ruling by not easily fooled. She bested Loki. It's Loki. It's kind of not hard to do. Trying to make amends, he offered to keep her Asgardian power and hammer. However, she refused his gift and insulted him to his face. But Asgard is not your realm, Loki. No, you know what? No, Kira, I'm gonna let you have that. Go ahead, run that.
But Asgard is not your realm, Loki. Rumble.
Split out.
And I shall be no party, now or ever, to making it so.
Gotta give it another one. I mean, the girl's good. What can I say? She's good. Needless to say that this woman does not play. And she can walk this. Everybody, Forge, Logan, T'Challa and Logan, they just like, don't let me catch you on the street.
Pretty much.
And Logan is just like, I wish you would.
So Logan sat there and said, I have fought many people. When you realize I've only fought Storm once and learned my lesson.
With point, he can pretty much agree. Yeah, that was probably your smartest decision. But yeah, it's safe to say that the goddess Storm leaves an indelible mark on the comics culture, because this has been going on since the 60s. And if I've said it, I'm like, you might have a look that doesn't vibe with you, but it's not a bad look. It's just not, this ain't my favorite look. You know, some people don't like the Mohawk look. However, she still kills the Mohawk look. It's like, it's not my favorite look, but it works. So it does its thing. Murewa, what do you got before we get out?
Yeah, this one is super recent though. Is the fact that every other X-Men throughout when Ikman was around, they sent every different X-Men against Nimrod and they all failed. But in the Fall of X, all of them failed until Storm shows up. You know, so and when she shows up, the game changes totally. So that was crazy. That was crazy.
She's back. I can in the most recent when they did the Sins of Sinister, right? And it was like years ahead, and you really don't recognize too many X-Men because it's been like over 100 years or something. And you're like, that's an old woman. She doesn't look bad for the age that. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's Storm. How? First off, you look great to be
For that
over
age.
100. You look amazing. How? I'm literally reading. I'm like, I know black doesn't crack, but I didn't know it didn't crack like that. That I don't know what that regimen is. So it's, but yeah, safe to say, she's always been like one of my top tier characters. I hate when they say, she's on par with an Omega level mutant. I said, no, she is an Omega level mutant. Like, you take her powers and she take them. I still got my trusty little knife. I still got
that just because you took the powers away doesn't mean the skills didn't go with it.
Which point, that's one of them things where Logan, it was just like, oh yeah, you're in trouble.
I got my knife. I cut you. Callisto, sit down. Okay, sit down, Callisto. It didn't work out for you. Okay.
It's one of them things that, nah, let her handle this one. Trust me, kid. Oh man, Murewa, we are getting out of here. Tell the people where they can find you.
I'm available on Instagram and on Thread and on Twitter, but I'm mostly available on Twitter I can give responses, DMs, everything. I can answer questions and everything at Ayodele Murewa.
Go check them out. Go show your support. Go get those books.
Yeah.
And Storm, my brother, Storm has stayed in our. It has stayed in our rotation. It has stayed in our rotation.
This right here. This
the
right
cover.
here.
The covers alone. If you don't do nothing else,
yeah,
I have never wanted.
Covers, right?
Yeah, the artwork alone, and then the story. It's very rare, and I spoke about it during the first week of his release. I said it's very rare that you get the art and the story that's on the same level. It's very rare. You know, sometimes great artist and the writer might be good, it's not as good. You know, or they're teaming with someone who's a professional. Like, I'm getting art, or I'm getting it. Now, this is one of the third. Right. More covers in my life.
Captain, you're underwater.
You're underwater, sir.
It switched on its own. Oh yeah, it switched.
I was about to say you went down Periscope for a second.
It knew what it was doing. It's like, let me aggravate him.
Oh Lord. Oh, it should come back.
I don't know if you know. Do you know when the next issue of Storm is coming out?
November 20.
Perfect. It's on my pull. I'm all set.
Just in time to read while that turkey's meeting Jesus.
Not the turkey meeting Jesus. Oh, Vegas Shorty. That I bought a comic for the first time this year.
All right, Vegas. Yes. Good girl.
Welcome to the fam.
Yes.
Welcome to the addiction. Welcome to the addiction where we don't admit we don't have problems.
Yeah. No.
Now, Storm has transited for the past 45 years through beauty, power, fashion, character development, and role model. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bama says she has a good skincare regimen. Yes, she does.
That Angela Bassett regimen.
Her, Bianca Lawson, both the Reginas, Nia Long.
Bianca's a vampire.
Yeah, all of them. So we're getting out of here. Lady Mandalore, talk to the people.
You can find me and this lovely gentleman up here in the top right. Yeah, you're right, my left.
The weirdo
corner.
right here.
On Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Room Full of Blerds, where we talk about the latest iteration of comics, whether they be indie or not. As long as they have people of color in them, they are going to get some shine on our channel. Very much so. Yeah, voice acting is a thing I do. You can find me at Room Full of Blerds on all social media sites. And yeah, TikTok is where you can see me do some of my voice acting stuff. I have fun. It's cool. Oh, and I'm starting to stream on Fridays at 7 p.m. I always forget gaming stuff on YouTube.
I might be joining y'all shortly once I get it
What?
all situated.
What? Okay.
I'm liking this idea.
Murewa, thank you for coming through.
Yeah,
I don't
thank
know
you
what
for having me.
I don't know what time it is over there in Nigeria. I think it's like 4 or something, isn't it?
4 a.m. now.
Ah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We'll let you get your rest, my brother.
The sun come up.
But thanks for coming through, man. We definitely are enjoying the work. Keep it up. We hope you can get some of those other projects. Sherry, anyone or Vixen? Nubia, Diana, Nubia and Diana. Just saying.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. Thank you so much for having me. Thanks for the support. For everyone picking up the Storm book, we appreciate the love and support. It's helped Marvel trust us more. They've greenlighted more issues of the series, so it's helping us chug along and write more episodes, and it's really, really lovely stuff. We're having fun.
We love it. We
Thank
love
you
it.
so much. Yeah. Goodbye, everyone.
Take care, brother.
Have a good morning. Have a good morning.
Have a good morning. Right.
You too.
All right. Navy, talk to the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, blurs of all ages. Hey, everybody. It's your frosty bearded blurticorn here. Now, if you want to know what I'm up to, one, I get to hang out with this magnificent queen right here on her show. We do the comic book club, room full of blurs, where we talk comics. We even voice comics because I am a voice actor as well. Not as famous as her, but I'm up there. I'm getting right up there. I am a fledgling and up and coming voice actor. But when I'm not doing that, I am streaming on Twitch Sunday nights, right after we get to talk about comics. I have my show, the Blurticorn Combos, usually on Fridays at 7 p.m. This Friday, my guest will be Ryan Oakley Art. She is a fantastic artist. Love her work. And I've said this before, her work is so comparable to a Full Richardson's style, but she's such a sweetheart. I met her last year at BlurCon, so definitely want to come and hang out as part of that. I'm here with the crew. I released my latest video on YouTube doing a react to the New York Comic Con trailer for Iyanu. Y'all know I'm an Iyanu stan. That's Royal Coupe and the rest of the crew doing their thing. And pretty much just doing what I need to do on the pods and everything. Now, real quick, I know everybody is stressed because of tonight. I know a lot of people are on edge, but also understand this does not define who you are. People who are screaming that they want this guy up there, that's fine. Lessons are better bought than told. But that doesn't take away from your integrity, your dignity, or who you are as an individual. You walked this road before they came. You'll continue to walk this road after. And there'll be love and appreciation and support all around. Cons are still going to happen. Cosplay is still going to happen. Comics are still going to be written. And anime is still going to be watched. So just keep going forward no matter which way it goes.
And some of y'all can still kiss my black soul.
I need that more. I need more James Earl Jones in that, sir, so I can record that for my voicemail.
Oh my gosh, yo.
Look, me and Lady Mandel are on the same page. She's just more like, just cap him and go, Captain. Let's go.
Can we move the story the fuck along, please?
Yeah. Right.
He's on down the road, nigga.
Mayhem Media, the cinematic assassin, aka the Chaos Demon. He's looking like, really? All right, I'll take it.
Yep, it's me. We'll be watching the Cinematic Assassin. I love all things cinema, but I'm definitely about that action. So if it has punches and kicks and backflips, that's where you can find me. You can also find me at Mayhem Media. That's MAYEHEM Media, where I talk movies, comics, and TV shows and collectibles. Hey,
is that the entire crew? That's the entire crew?
Almost. Some of them are still in storage in Georgia. That being Goliath and Demona and Bronx.
Okay.
But yep, everyone else is accounted for. Flex. What you can do. I don't know. My brain stopped working, so I'm gonna just. Mental health's really important, guys. As you can see, get sleep because that helps with your mental health. I did not get sleep, and that's why words are a foreign stranger at the moment. But 3 things that you can do and take with you everywhere you go: take your meds, take your PTO, take a deep breath before you let that shit go, and don't forget, punch a Nazi in the face. Tomorrow's not promised. Calls mayhem today.
Spartan.
I'm sorry. I'm doing the whole peacock thing between 6 different feeds right now. Anyway, Black_Spartan 615 is where you can find me on the socials. Guys, let me also reiterate the good reverend here. Just because I do cover a lot of political news on How the Fracture Got Here every Wednesday at 7, please don't panic. This is how vote collection works. You will not find anything out until closer to midnight, 1 a.m. in the morning. That is only because the West Coast is catching up with the rest of us. So, in the words of Hellspawn, don't panic, take a shot, go to bed. I'm still going to be up because my children are night children. They don't know how to sleep properly. That being said, my other show, Give It Podcast, every Friday at 7 p.m. We usually cover everything gaming, and sometimes everybody from here jumps in and has fun with it because, we like to talk about things, including native deodorant, because native deodorant doesn't work. Sorry, Tafari.
Wow. Wait, you might reiterate what they mean. He's not using the native.
He's not using it, but apparently me saying native deodorant causes it to pop up on his feeds and ads. So I apologize to my other broadcasting partner who seems to be getting the edge of those commercials. I apologize profusely. That being said, like the good reverend said, guys, a like, a share, and a follow costs nothing, means everything. Again, the cons are still going on. 3 simple rules: respect the cosplayer at all respect the cosplayer at all times. Cosplay is not consent. Please treat people like human beings, decent human beings. I am not talking about the red-hatted idiots that are currently out there right now and currently going through downtown Nashville that decided that they wanted to say something to me until I realized I got out of my car and then they kept walking. Just know I have your picture. I will find you and knock on your door. That also being said, again, cosplay is for everybody, regardless of your height, weight, rate, or preference. The only rule that we have: don't do blackface, don't do yellowface. Simply put, if it's another race, don't do it. It's not that freaking hard. Don't want your ass kicked at a con? Don't do that. Number 2, cleanliness is next to godliness, guys. Again, hygiene is important, especially with the rise of COVID cases, flu cases. We're about to enter the flu season. And folks still have a problem with water, have a problem with cleaning. Again, clean clothes, clean shirts. Hygiene is important. I want to be able to bring my kids around cons and not worry about them getting sick. It's not that freaking hard. And number 3 is the same rule that I have for myself as everybody else. Especially tonight, guys. In a world that is cruel, that is unkind, be nice, be kind, share and talk about your fandoms. As the good reverend said earlier, introduce people to cons. And again, the one rule I have about cons is, and same thing in life, don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
And wash your legs.
And your feet.
Baby oil, y'all. Baby oil.
With a rag.
No baby oil. No baby oil.
I mean,
if you walk and it snows, you need something. Okay.
Please don't bird bath. Don't bird bath. Come on now. Don't be giving yourselves whole baths. Y'all better than this.
If there are leaves falling, there are no trees. You need to moisturize. That's all
You're better. You're better than this. You're better than this.
We have the technology for mobile showers now. I'm just saying.
Y'all should know better. Y'all know how we work. Y'all do better than this.
I'll stick to my Yoda soap. I'll be happy. I'll keep my Yoda soap.
No, come on now. Don't. Come on.
This bitch.
Man.
I've been watching a lot of Thriller lately. I just realized that. thanks to our guest Murewa Ayodele. Go out there and get Iron Man, which is in trade. Go out there and get Storm, which is currently running right now, if you can find it.
That part,
because it is flying. It literally is flying off the shelves. So go check them out. Thank you to him for coming through. Go show your support. Go to his IG page. See all the projects that he's working on. There's a reason why him and his people have been winning awards and why he's been getting so many accolades on Storm. I would love to see him on Far Sector. Now that he said that, I love Nubia and I'd love to see that now.
Right?
I'd love to see that. But thank you to the crew. There's a reason why I said we're still doing this show tonight, because we know the anxiety that's going on out there. We know all that the high intensity, and people are glued to the TV. Look here. Happy birthday to Wendell Smith.
Right.
Yes,
Big
sir.
Smooth.
Happy birthday, man.
I couldn't toast to you because we were doing the show, but I shot you out. Shout out to Crazy 8 the Great. If you caught the live today, I played both his songs. Call me and Killer Conversations. Go show support. It's on the YouTube and Spotify. Go check that out. Tag Kevin Williamson. If you go tag Kevin Williamson, we need to hear that in the next screen film. I'll go to the next screen film just to hear those tracks.
Right.
Just so I can say, hey, I know that dude.
Just to hear one of us make it.
You can do it.
Y'all shut up. I'm trying to hear the song. Tune in Thursday. We don't know what we'll talk about. The day's still going to be gone. Who knows what we have, but it'll be enough to get your mind off it for the next 2 hours, just as we did tonight. So with all that being said, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. I'm Chris Fury, Man on the Wall. Catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern on Twitch and YouTube and on the Book of Faces. And we'll catch y'all then.
Yeah.